Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and a game between Ted, Fly versus Reprisal and Lin. Game 1 taking place here on Turtle Rock, and let's see how this game will be unfolding. It is going to be Ted and I believe Fly here, BMM Fly, yes, BMM Fly, and Ted spawning as the yellow team over here on the top left. Meanwhile, on the bottom right, we do have Overclass and Checkpoo, Reprisal, and Lin. I will try to refer to them as colors from now on, and don't ask me to turn ally color off because it is so difficult to keep track of everything that is going on. Now, if you guys are wondering, why are there 4 players in this game? Is it a free-for-all matchup? No, of course not. It's a 2v2. And someone told me that the games in this particular series are very entertaining, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. Now, if it sounds like I'm casting from inside a wind tunnel, that's because I right now am. I just got my carpets cleaned, and I am running like 15 fans in my room to make sure that the carpet dries extremely quickly. Maybe if I just leave my computer on all night, that will have the same effect as well. Anyways, Ghouls now coming in from Ted off over here. You can see Graveyard is also coming into play, so it looks like it will be Crypt Fiends. Meanwhile, coming in from BMM, it looks as though we are going into a Farseer as opposed to your typical Blade Master. Interesting that we do see a Farseer in this matchup, and I do believe we will be going into a Death Knight as soon as that Altar of Darkness is completed. Meanwhile, Peon coming in from the other side, it is going to be a Blade Master and most likely an Archmage. Yes, Archmage Blade Master versus Death Knight and Farseer. Very classic Reign of Chaos heroes, I must admit, and I am very interested to see how all of this will come out in just a moment. Now, normally this is where I would start talking about the strategies and what I would expect from these players here, but I don't know much about 2v2 strategies and these particular racial teams. When you start getting into the types of matchups you can have with 2 teams on each side, there's just too many matchups to try and remember all of them. A couple of things that you do have to keep track of though. Your army is much more powerful when together, and that's something you really need to be aware of as a 2v2 team. Also, your timings are going to be a little bit more tight as we now see the Farseer already looking to come in, and it looks like this is going to be a pressure move. Yes, it is, with Spirit Wolves already running around inside. It looks like one militia will get taken down there, already running to the back. Meanwhile, this one particular guy off over here, why are these wolves not engaging that militia down to 5 hit points? Very lucky to stay alive as Fly, the Farseer, is just flying away. Coming back around, you can see that the Death Knight is going after this giant sea turtle. We do see a Grunt now joining in on the fight as well. It looks as though, yes, we do have unit control on, I would assume, as it's always important to be able to micro all of your units. Meanwhile, a Gargantuan sea turtle was pulled over here, not quite sure why, and Fly not playing all that well. Perhaps he should have gone for that Blade Master, but he wouldn't have been able to come in with that harassment. Once more, Spirit Wolf is on the inside of the base running laps. Oh, is it going to find the low hit point peasant? It looks like it does see it. Is it going to try and take it down? No, it doesn't. And the Feral Spirit Wolf was just looking to perhaps resummon itself and deny more experience. Back around, the Blade Master, the Brown Blade Master, in fact, has taken some very nice items and is now going to be denying Orc Burrows. This is huge. Fly is going to be in a little bit of trouble here as he does need to repair these Orc Burrows. You can see one Grunt now battling up against a Grunt and a Blade Master. Never a very good fight at all. Meanwhile, back over here, it looks as though there's just 2 games going on simultaneously, but no one's really attacking the Southern Orc player on the brown team. And meanwhile, on the north side is getting harassed while the Farseer is trying to do harassment of his own. So I guess it's good to be on the south side, no one really harassing you while you are free to do and go about your business. Looks as though this one particular, yes, it looks as though the Feral Spirit Wolf was able to take down one militia. The wolf now going after another peasant here. Is it going to be able to take it down? The peasant very low on hit points, and oh, now engaging in a battle, it looks as though it will get taken down. There it goes. And there, another pair of Spirit Wolves coming out for an engagement. Meanwhile, back over here, the Orc Burrows doing their own, holding off this aggression as finally another Orc Burrow comes into play. But I believe the Blade Master does have something to say about that. You do not have the proper permits. Neither does this. Oh, no, he's not going to go for it. There he goes. Goes for the Peasant instead. It looks as though the Peasant is going to be able to slip through. That was a huge mistake. He could have actually taken down this peon here and then gone for another. There goes another Orc Burrow, and this is a problem now as we see that the yellow Orc player is unable to train up a new hero. That's going to slow things down very much, but then again, Ted is also very strong at this point. Claws of Attack +6, Wand of Mana Stealing, and the Undead versus Archmage matchup coming in here. Looks as though the Crypt Fiends are trying to get away. There is a Death Coil saving it. 400 hit point heal as the Grunts are now coming in to engage. The Crypt Fiends have no front line though. This is a very sad day. No front line on the Crypt Fiends, making it very easy for these guys to get focused down. What's happening next? It looks as though a couple of Grunts are now making their way off to the north. It looks as though one Footman may get taken down. Oh, yes it does, as now we also see a couple more Footmen may get taken down. Let's see, is it going to be enough? It looks like that 4 Footmen down to 20 hit points. It's going to get taken down as well, as Ted coming back really strong. But off over here, there is a Blade Master, some Grunts, and still some constant fighting. Orc Burrow now once again going to get taken down. Fly, the yellow Orc, is still does not have enough Orc Burrows to train up any new units, and this is going to be a problem as the Farseer now just got to level 2. Alright, Ted coming in to save the day, but he may lose another Orc Burrow. Yes, he does. Fly is now upside down on supply, 28 over 20. As the Speed Scroll is used, it looks as though this one Grunt will get taken down. Oh, in mid-shot, it looks like it, yes, it does get taken down there as we now see another engagement. Blade Master now trying to chase in after this. Mountain King now going to come and join the fight. There's the Stormbolt. Ted may end up losing this Death Knight. This is going to be very bad here. Dust of Appearance. Death Coil on the Blade Master. Blade Master trying to run away down to 12 hit points. Able to escape as now the Death Knight gets up to level 4. Level 4 on the Death Knight. There's a Death Coil on the Crypt Fiend. Both sides are still fighting it out. As we see that the Grunts have come over to engage. It looks like Fly is finally joining in on the game here. And he does have a lot of units. Death Knight sitting at 4. Getting very low on life, but shouldn't be a problem now as we have the Lich with Frost Armor to give additional armor. Here we go. We can see that the Farseer is now looking to back away. The Blade Master came in with a bit too much harassment, and the Archmage and the Mountain King is looking to retreat. Meanwhile, the Death Knight not wasting any time whatsoever. We're going to see a Pendant of Energy and Rune of the Watcher has been placed down already. What's going to happen here as we now see a bit of a Creepjack? This could go very badly. There's a Frost Nova. Frost Nova over Frost Armor. That is huge. Oh! Beautiful stun hex 1-2 combination to take down the Death Knight, and the Blade Master, however, has fallen as well. Lich now has a potion of lesser invulnerability. We see a bit of an engagement here. Speed Scroll being used on both sides. Archmage now falls. Shadow Hunter now in trouble as well. Shadow Hunter looks like he is caught on the wrong side of the field. Is he going to be able to make his way out? Lich now trying to make its way over. A Frost Nova could do it. There's the Frost Nova, and down goes the Shadow Hunter at level 1. Alright, bad day to be a hero. It is very rare that you see so many heroes fall in such a short amount of time, but this is the upside of watching a 2v2 matchup, as double the amount of heroes, double the chances of death, and Ted now being forced to resurrect a level 4 Death Knight. Meanwhile, it looks as though Chekpu was able, or the Brown Blade Master was able to come back in over the top and just heal up his, or resurrect his hero at the tavern. All right, let's see what's going to be happening here. Tauren Chieftain now joining in. Tauren Chieftain does not have Endurance, or I believe it may actually be Stomp here, as the Gargantuan Sea Turtle will get taken down. Meanwhile, the casters are now coming in from the far side. The Tauren Chieftain, Speed Scroll now being used. There is Sorceress here, and what is going to be happening? It looks like Chain Wave is going to be the strategy coming in from Fly here, but the Blade, or the Farseer, does need to get out. Blade Master comes in, and wow, escapes with 10 hit points. No Shockwave, nothing to follow that up at all, as I believe it was a Stomp instead, and then some more units will get taken down. All right, level 3 now on the Lich. No surprise that Ted is the strongest one in this bunch. Let's take a look. Death Knight has yet to be resurrected. Tauren Chieftain looking to creep out these red creep camps, And the reason why you're able to creep out these red creep camps, even though the heroes are relatively low, the sheer massive size of your army. You can see Spirit Walker now coming into play. Spirit Walker with obsidian statues, perhaps one of the most broken things in Warcraft 3. Massive heals and just constant damage mitigation across multiple units if we actually see some Spirit Link being cast. Let's take a look at this. More units are falling. Tauren Chieftain now has a pipe. He does have Brilliance Aura, getting an additional 1 mana regeneration per second. That is going to help out the strategy tremendously. Death Knight now coming back around. You can see the Archmage and Sorceress now looking to come in, but this is just not working out well. The Orc player down here on the south now going after the Ogre Lord, going to be able to easily take it down as it is using that ensnare trick to get the surround off. Meanwhile, the Shadow Hunter coming across, going to be able to finish off a couple of Ogre Warriors here, but this could be a 2-on-1 fight as the brown Orc team is nowhere to be found. Blade Master and Shadow Hunter are town portal-less, as we are going to see a massive army coming in from Ted or from the yellow team. Lich, Tauren Chieftain, the back heroes are sitting at level 3. Death Knight sitting at level 4. Farseer most likely sitting at level 2, or level 3, excuse me, as we are now looking at the other set of giant sea turtles getting taken down. Ted recovering rather nicely. It looks as though they are going to be sealing the deal here in just a moment. Potion of Greater Mana. Oh, Blade Master, is he revealed? Yes, he is. And the Blade Master has a pipe of his own. Wow, so the Blade Master is smoking as well, getting off some very, very good mana regeneration for his self right now. Blade Master in a bit of trouble here, or sorry, the Tauren Chieftain in a bit of trouble here. Is he going to be able to get out? There is the Stomp, now trying to get away. Meanwhile, what's going to be happening here as we see the surround coming in from the far side. Beautiful pickup, a Scroll of Town Portal to make sure that he's able to regroup with the rest of the army. If he didn't pick that up, that would have been certain death for the entire game. Brown would have had to call GG, as the armies would have been split and then absolutely destroyed in a matter of seconds. Coming across now, all the major creep camps have been cleared out. Only a couple minor ones are left. It looks as though the Farseer, Tauren Chieftain sitting at 3-3, Lich sitting at 3 as well. Death Knight will be sitting at 4, getting closer to 5. Are they going to clear out for that last good potion item, or are they going to attack? That is going to be what we're looking for here, as the Spellbreakers are sitting on 0-0. And here we go. There's the Spirit Link. There is some Blizzard and some huge damage already coming across as the Blade Master is walking around on the inside. The attacks are coming in. Death Knight taking a lot of damage there as both sides are fighting. There goes a Crippling Healing Wave coming across. Spellbreakers trying to engage to take down some more units. And this is just a complete concave here. It really feels like yellow has the superior positioning here, as the Tauren Chieftain does get a stomp off, but there is a lot of Spellbreakers in this group and no scrolls of healing. The Shadow Hunters are really making it difficult, as the Farseer does go down as well. This is huge. Ted now, both sides losing one hero, level 3, but I believe the Archmage is a much better hero, as the Tauren Chieftain will finish off that Shadow Hunter. Blade Master sitting at level 3, down to 330 hit points. There is the Stomp. It is not revealed, though, and I do believe that will be... Oh, what is that? Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. There's another Stomp there. Blade Master is revealed, and there is the GG. Coming in from Checkpoo and Overclass, Lin and Reprisal losing game 1, and that game really unfolded pretty much how I expected. Ted, when he was free to do whatever he wanted in the game, was able to creep very efficiently and just played a much better game. All Fly's job was to shut down Reprisal. If he was able to shut down Reprisal, force him to make mistakes, Ted would be able to carry his opponent through the rest, and that's exactly what we saw. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 1. Please stay tuned for Game 2.